noise embargo midway through, guys. Show of hands for the mics, please. And if you could give your name and organisation for your question, would be great. Thank you.
Pep, I'm still BBC. What did you think after 20 minutes when it was 5 minutes?
It's weird. It's not normal. 5 shoots, 5 goals. In the same times, we gave them 2 chances to score 2 goals that we were lucky in this time didn't happen, but in the past sometimes happen. But the quality of the players up front make the difference. So the quality that we have is a joy to watch. And after 5-0, the game is completely different. Analyze after that, you know, the mood one team, the mood the other one, the relax you play, the tension they play. So it's difficult to say. But we was ruthless in terms of 5 shoots, 5 goals. Sometimes you shoot 25 or 50 or 20, you cannot do it. So, and after Champions League and a huge trip back home, no time to prepare, the rest and everything. So it was a lovely day for all of us, for our City fans, a lovely day in sunshine and a lot of goals.
Pep, I think even during the first half, but during the second half, whenever the camera went to you, kind of sat on the bench, it looked like City could have been losing. What kind of thoughts go through your head when there's a game like that, or even similar?
Maybe you misunderstand me. I was so happy the night, but I have an opponent there with that 0. What can I say? To shout, to make a spectacle of that. So when the game is tight, okay, you can be more involved, more tension. But with 5-0, is sitting there. So what I like, one of the things I like the most tonight, this afternoon, it was the fact for the second half after 5-0. Normally the team, the players, the second half start to think on themselves and don't do what you have to do defensively, offensively, play their own game. And it was a completely opposite. We were more aggressive. We changed a little bit the setup. We were more aggressive in the second half than the first, now high pressing. And everybody did what we have done. And that's why the second half were more than decent. We score more goals and we play good. And that I like it. I like a lot.
Oliver Holt from the Mail on Sunday. Do you think there's ever in football a kind of unspoken contract between players from 2 teams where in a match like that where it's 8-0, where one set of professional players doesn't want to humiliate the other set of professional players? Does that ever come into a team's thinking, do you think?
The best way to humiliate the players and not respect the players is do the second half stupid things and play for themselves and make some fashion movements or that is the worst thing to do that. And that's why it didn't happen. So at the end, we respect incredible the opponents. That's why we play in that way, because if we don't respect the opponents, we don't run without the ball what we have done. And of course we play for the spectators, come here to watch the game. So I don't have any doubts about that. I would have not liked to watch or to see my team in the second half play just how Watford they are, and that's why it wasn't necessary to run much, because we are winning 5-0. That is the most lack of respect for our opponents. That's why we have done what we have done. So play seriously. We didn't anything special with our respect with our opponents, and that is the best way to play.
You have praised all your team and all your players during the last week, and they have given you the response that we have seen today. What message does it give again to you in terms of hunger from the team and willing to win the games? And what message do you think that gives to the league itself?
No, honestly, I said, now it's easy to tell it, but I said just right after the Norwich. So it's your problems, my friends. It's not my problem. So if you doubt for lose one game, and that can happen. It can happen next week and next week. If you analyze that after what these guys have done for this club in the last 2 seasons, it's your problem. It's not my problem. It's not our problem. So when the team behave the way they behave, even in Norwich game that we conceded, I think 4 shots on target and 3 we gave them, and we shoot 15 or 20, I don't know how many, and the chances the way we had and the reaction in Shakhtar and against Shakhtar and today, so in 2 seasons. So why should I doubt? Maybe you believe the teams cannot lose games, and lose games. Everyone can lose games because the opponents, sometimes you're good and the opponents can be better. It can be in the right moment, in the right tempo, like you are not. And they are human beings and making mistakes. But I see them every training session, every single day. I know how they behave in the last 2 seasons. So, no, I will be there on them all the time, all the time. So what you have to do is play the way we played during these 2 seasons and this season. And after, when we are not able to win the game, because maybe we are playing, especially right now, one team ahead of us, is maybe one of the best teams I've ever seen in my career as a football player and a manager, like Liverpool, that they can do absolutely everything. Like in the last 18 months, they lost 1 game in the Premier League. So we faced against them and they beat us. So congratulations, learn from him and we can do better for the next season. So football, a sport, is in that way. But we can be ourselves. And we were ourselves even with the individual mistakes against Norwich and during 2 seasons. And in that moment, maybe you will not be former pundits. Sometimes I'm a little surprised because they were out there. So journalists know, but the former football pundit, now we are pundit football players, they were there and they lose games, they make a mistake, and they do it and set without respect for all players right now doing their best. So sometimes it's difficult to understand it. It's honestly difficult, but it's what it is. So we are judged for the results, not for the performance. Unfortunately, our performance not today. So the last 400 days was incredible, really good.
And just wanted to ask like a short one. It's been the Premier League debut for Eric. How
Yeah.
have you seen him in trainings?
But he played last season in the Carabao Cup until semi-final. Final, it was outstanding. And Tuesday is going to play again against Preston. He's an incredible, clever guy. He's able to lead the line himself, how to communicate it. With the ball, he's incredible good. He knows absolutely everything. He's a guy, he pay attention in absolutely everything. For example, today he was in the warm-up, and we have doubts for the lineup from Kike, play 4 in the back or 5 in the back. I didn't know exactly. No, we didn't know it. And he came after warm-up, and he said to me, they make some movement defensively with 4 in the back. So nobody told me that. He was the guy who told me that. He was there and was looking the warm-up for the opponent and said, oh, I are training the 4 in the back. And he knew that we have doubts, the 5 in the back, what you have to do, the 4 in the back, what you have to do. And he did it. He's so clever. He's pay incredible attention on that. And he played good, and it's for the problems to have back, he's going to play. He's going to play a lot of games, a lot of minutes, because I trust him a lot.
Pep, Dan King from The Sun. What is your reaction to the story of Liverpool hacking into City's scouting reports? How important is that information to a club, and what punishment should clubs face if they are found guilty of doing that?
Well, 2013, I think it was. So I was away. So I don't know what happened. So I read it. I think the club has to speak from himself. So for itself. So honestly, I was not here. I was 13. I was in Munich, I think so. In Munich.
How important is that data to a club?
I think the club is going to make a statement, or going to say something or not. I don't know. So.
Obviously, a lot's been made.
Only I know what happened with Marcelo Bielsa last season. What happened with similar things? How was being destroyed. Now I know it. What happened last season. So, a part of that. So I'm sorry, I was not here.
What I mean is that people have been very free criticising City and saying City broke this rule, City broke that rule. What should happen to clubs who take?
From now on, we didn't break our rules because we didn't punish. We were not banned from the young guys, from the young players for the UEFA. Also with the FIFA for financial fair play, we will see in the future. So right now, the presumption innocent is like this in English. Yeah. So give us our discredit, and if you something wrong, we're going to be punished. So we're going to accept it. So apart what happened in Liverpool, you have to ask them. So I'm not there, so I don't know. Same. It was 2013, so I was not there, and I prefer don't do any comment and not use internet for the next time.
Pep, I'm sorry to labour the point, but I mean, what Dan asked there was how, in the modern era, how important is keeping data on scouting and the players that you're going to sign private?
Today, there are no secrets anymore. So look what happened in the big governments, United States, in Russia, and everywhere. Everybody knows it. So it's Snowden, and so no secrets anymore. If you want to keep a secret, don't tell to a friend your side. If you are in devices, internet or mobile phone, today everything can happen.
He has,
No, it's well. But after 2 years without playing almost 1 minute or a few minutes or 45 minutes, it was enough. Enough for Angelino. He's incredible, nice guy. He training so good. He deserves to play after 5-0, and I'm glad because I saw many good things for Angelino. We need it. So in the back department, we don't have too many players, and we need everyone.